Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight44, aka Zach44, and today we're going to be playing Donkey Kong Land 2. Finally in Gloomy Gulch, and we're at the Web Woods levels. Love these levels. There's definitely some of the harder levels in the game, and it's mainly just about timing when it gets to the ropes, when it gets later on to, Gusty Glade, the fucking wind. But it's so much fun to actually go and play these levels. Not to mention, it has some of my favorite pieces in the game, and which I think superior to the Web Woods theme. The swamp theme, Bayou Boogie. I've always loved this track theme, and I at least like how it returns for this level. And again, there's a lot of tracks that got put out, and it does suck a bit, but that's life. At least the tracks they do have are good. I just watched Pirates Panic theme was on all of the ship deck, the ship deck levels. But oh well. This world isn't all that difficult. There's really just the three, actually no, I think only two Gloomy Gulch levels, two of the Web Woods levels. Then there's the Hornet level, what was it called? There was a coaster level, then something else. Maybe it's another of these Gloomy Gulch levels. I don't really remember. The thing about it is I don't really remember what the levels were in the Lost World. But we are actually going to be doing the Lost World as well at the very end of the game, and holy shit, I love playing those levels. Unlike the ones in Donkey Kong Land 3, those aren't as much fun. But Crazy Coaster is just another one of those actual kart levels. Again, they couldn't really put in the unique level design, or not level design, but the unique level aesthetics that were, or the level assets that were used in the Spooky Coaster level, whatever it was called, and Donkey Kong Country 2. So it has a Crazy Coaster level, which is fucking difficult to do on your first try. And actually, the most difficult part to do is the bonus stage. One of the bonus stages, trying to actually get past these zingers is difficult. The jumping is tight, but not as bad as the buzzes in Donkey Kong Land 3. Fuck those things in that Lost World stage. I gotta admit, the most amount of times I ever had to restart was on that one stage in Donkey Kong Land 3. It only took me around like 35 minutes to do, but I restarted that stage more times than any other. Now, if there's one thing I actually really hate about this stage, not so much as hate, but it's a nitpick. The actual game, this is the one time in the game in which you cannot actually go and complete the entire level with it, get everything in the level with one go. You can't actually do so, which is interesting. All of the, you actually have to miss one of the bonus stages, or the DK coin, don't really remember. But I think it's one of the bonus stages, because of the path split. Oh well. Now, Gusty Glade is actually pretty easy level. This is one of the few level gimmicks that I really like, but doesn't necessarily get used all that much. And a game like Super Mario Bros., Lost Levels and shit, that wasn't necessarily a lot of fun, but in a game like this, in which it's about precision platforming. You never really leave the screen, so you always know where you are. And, the level's just designed so well. The actual, the actual wind is a really interesting obstacle to come across. Just how it makes you so much faster. And again, I think it's part of this power feeling that you can have. But oh well, I love it. I just absolutely love it. Granted, what was the last spooky like Gusty Glade level? What the Webwoods levels? Actually, now that I think about it, that's stupid. What I just said, because I just named the final level. It's Webwood, so you use Squitter in it. And I actually do think that it may or may not be in this world, or no, I think it is. The final Lost World's either 3 or 6 stages long. There's the Arctic level. There's an Arctic level, there's a hop level, lava level, and then there's at least 3 jungle levels. I don't really remember if there's any more or not, but oh well. There should be 40-ish levels in the game. Yeah, I think there is 40 levels in the game. 39 regular levels and 1 cutscene level. And by cutscene level, I mean just go into it and you win. I hate those freaking levels. But oh well. Khan College. Now, one of the things it kind of bothers me. It's one that I hardly, and it's more of just being of similar taste. But what I hardly ever really disagree with my favorite YouTuber, some call me Johnny. I hardly ever disagree with him and his views majorly. He doesn't like the fact that, you know, when games don't let you save all the time, and by that, like, you have a limited amount of saves, or you basically don't, you have to pay to save. That pisses him off. And I can see why. But I don't mind it at all. It doesn't necessarily put you into a dead game. As long... How do I say this? I do like the option of a quick save method, in which if you have to put it down, you can save it and put it down. But if you fail when you come back to it, you're going back to when you really saved it. I like that. But, you know, like some of the games I can think of that actually use it, more RPGs, like Final Fantasy III on the DS used it. Because, you know, you're using a handheld. If you can't actually save it, you're boned if the power goes out. Well, you know, power dies or something. But, when it comes to the Khan College, especially the Khan College, you get a free use of the Khan College. And then every single time after, it's 2 coins. Which 2 coins aren't all that difficult to get. You can get that within 1 stage, or you can get that within, you know, 2 stages at least. So, by the time you make progress, you can go and save it again. From what I see. So it's never really a problem. And again, I just don't really think that that's such a problem at all when it comes to game design. As long as it's not something like, you know, it's really dickish with the saves. Other than that, I'm just fine with it. This is one of the more interesting levels, and I've basically talked over it the entire time, completely neglected to talk anything about it. But this introduces Quawks. Quawks is like Squawks, except stupider. Quawks can't actually go and fly properly. Quawks can only be used as a parachute, and to be honest, I don't really mind that. Quawks is actually kind of fun to use. because, you know, at least for this one gimmick, if you, you know, just let him fall down, I think if you hold down, he might go down a little bit faster. Don't really remember it. It's been 2 months. But, if you actually hold up, he goes and he falls down a bit more slowly. And it's, you know, basic shit, but this level is actually a lot of fun because of it. It's a fun little gimmick that doesn't necessarily change your controls all that much because, you know, you have been playing as Squawks. Not the entire game, but a lot of the game. And so it really isn't all that bad. Well, now that I think about it, Donkey Kong Land 3 really uses Squawks a lot. As in, Ellie, which is the replacement for Rambi, who is supposed to be the big, most useful, reoccurring animal buddy. The animal buddy when it comes to later actual Donkey Kong Country games. But you use Squawks so much in the next game after this. Donkey Kong Land 3 uses Squawks. And the mill levels, it uses them. And the actual sewer pipe level, it uses it. And the tree levels, and a shitload of levels, you use Squawks. And Squitter gets pretty good amount of use, though I think this game's just better when it comes to the animal buddies and how they're used. They're used quite a lot, more, not necessarily more sparingly, but you use a lot more of the animal buddies. The only animal buddies you have in the next one are Squitter, Squawks, I think Quawks actually, and you have Ellie, which is the replacement for Rambi, which I have some problems with, but I'm not butthurt about. But that's when you actually have Squawks, Quawks, Squitter, Rambi. You have Rattly, who's actually probably one of my favorites. I love Rattly. I absolutely love Rattly just because of how much fun it was using him in my Donkey Kong Country 2 time trial mode. This is a kind of like a time trial mode in the Game Boy Advance version, and I have so much fun playing that one. Damn. The only Donkey Kong Country games I don't own are Donkey Kong Country 3, the Game Boy Advance version, and the regular version. I also don't have the, the Donkey Kong Country game for the Game Boy Advance version. I only have the SNES version, but that and Tropical Freeze, because I don't have a Wii U yet. Though that's gonna be the first game I get when I get a Wii U. Though I do want to get a PS4 first, mainly just because Ratchet and Clank. That is all. And, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 and the new Final Fantasy game. Well, that seems to be pretty good. Not to mention, Type 0 was something I kind of wanted to go and play, and that's that was released on the PS4. But, I can't wait to go and play Tropical Freeze. That's gonna be awesome. Apparently, I've heard the music. The music is amazing in that game. And the platform is supposed to be difficult, really, really nice. And you have all your buddies back. And you even have Cranky. You have Cranky now. You get to use, the old coot. But even before then, you get to use Diddy again. You have Dixie. You get to use them, you know, if I remember correctly. Also, you have to use them together as well, in which, you know, Donkey can be paired. I believe you can use them separately, but it's so, it sounds so cool. Now, this basically go up a little bit, then move over. It's not all that difficult. Beforehand, especially like the Donkey Kong Country 2 variant of this boss, is brutal when it comes to those fucking eggs when you're trying to climb up. Probably one of the harder parts of that world, actually. But oh well. This wasn't all that bad. Bye-bye, Crow. Never going to see you again. Until Donkey Kong Country 2. But oh well. See ya, everybody. Second to last world next time.